It's not too surprising that rates actually didn't move much in response to CPI. If anything, the initial impulse was towards slightly higher rates. It wasn't until the following day's Producer Price Index (PPI) that bond traders saw better evidence of calmer inflation. Both CPI and PPI have been moving lower, but PPI is now all the way back down to target levels. The following chart shows how 10-year Treasury yields, which tend to correlation with mortgage rate movement, were reacting throughout the week. Note the initially bad reaction to CPI. There was a recovery that same afternoon for a variety of potential reasons. At least one of those reasons had to do with speculation that the Fed is still on track to deliver a series of rate cuts this year, in addition to making rate-friendly changes to the way it's managing its bond portfolio. Fed policy expectations are even easier to see when we look at actual Fed funds rate expectations, which are now at the lowest levels since July. Mortgage rates don't correlate perfectly with Fed funds rate expectations. One reason we often advise that a Fed rate cut hike doesn't mean a mortgage rate cut hike. As such, they're not back below the recent lows, but they definitely haven't moved much higher. This week's gentle descent means we're continuing to hold a vast majority of the improvements seen in NAVDEC. Looking ahead, while next week doesn't have any economic data on the same level as CPI, Wednesday's retail sales report can definitely move the needle. It's expected to improve slightly to 0.4% month over month after hitting 0.3% last time. Beyond the data, we'll hear from several Fed speakers, and there's been some speculation that Waller's appearance at the Brookings Institute will bring some important concepts regarding the precursors for friendlier rate policy in 2024. That will happen on Tuesday, which is the first business day of the week next week due to the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. While not as much of a factor for interest rates, we'll also get updates on several key housing metrics, including new home construction, builder confidence, and existing home sales.